was an American architect and critic known for his promotion of the international style and his role in defining postmodernist architecture. He completed his master's degree at Harvard in 1913 and 2 years later was appointed director of the architecture department at the Museum of the Modern Art in New York. The glass house was the one that gave Philip his reputation. Built in 1949 in frames, a rectilinear, extremely simple and minimalist structure which brings together the aesthetics and alludes to the architectural work of the 18th and 19th century. The project is located on land belonging to Philip's family, where the architect completed several works related to his artist and architectural work.
It is located in New Canaan, Connecticut, United States, on private land that the architect inherited from the Johnson family, where in addition to the glass house, he designed his brick house for visitors and the lake pavilion for recreation use. Johnson's proposal was to make house that would blend into the environment and adapt to the terrain, so that it would not be too hard on nature. The natural environment has trees that protect the house from the outside view, relationships with the landscapes, and open to the outside visual ventilation.
The activity in the project. We have 7 different spaces divided in 3 zones: the intimate zone, the social zone, and service zone. The 7 spaces are the room with 29.8 square meters, the studio with 13 square meters, the living room with 38 square meters, the bathroom with 7 square meters, the access with 9.2 square meters, the dining room with 19 square meters, and the kitchen with 38.6 meters. And in the innovation, we found, first, minimalist and modern design. Johnson's minimalist approach was reflected in the simplicity of purity of architectural lines, which broke with the traditional architectural conventions of the time. Second, pioneering use of glass. The house is characterized by the extensive use of glass in its facades, breaking barriers between the interior and exterior and providing a direct connection with the surrounding nature. Third, open and flexible space. Johnson designed the house with open plan, flexible interior space without conventional dividing walls, promoting a feeling of spaciousness and fluidity between areas. Fourth, exploring transparency and privacy. The abundance of glass raises the paradox between transparency and privacy, challenging traditional notion of what a house should be like in terms of exposure and privacy. And finally, innovation is integration with nature. The house is carefully integrated into a surrounding landscape, allowing for an uninterrupted appreciation of nature from within, achieving a harmonious fusion between the architectural design and the environment.
The structure that is basically supported by style profiles obtain stability with the cylinder that contains the chimney and the bathrooms. Only interior volume of the project. In the central core, the largest roof leads converge, generating efficient transmission of the load to the ground. There are 4 star wide brick columns along the edges, exteriors. These ensure supports and concrete roll slab armed. We rest on a brick floor slab, which then rests on an additional concrete foundation slab.
The glass house.
is an outstanding example of modern architecture that incorporates several architectural and design principles. Architectural composition. The house is mainly made of glass and steel. The exterior walls are made almost entirely of glass, creating a sense of transparency and connectivity with the surrounding natural environment. The design features clean lines, the minimalist structure that emphasize simplicity and elegance. Organizing principles. The glass house follows organizational principles of modern architecture, such as fluidity of space. The interior areas are designed in an open manner and without traditional dividing walls, creating a continuous flow of space and light. The interior layout is organized in a functional and efficient way, maximizing the interior between the different spaces. Transformative principles. The transformative design of the glass house can be seen in the way of the challenges traditional architectural conventions by primarily using glass instead of solid walls. The house transformed the experience of the living space, merging the interior with the surrounding landscape and allowed nature to become an integral part of the interior environment. Architectural language. The architectural language of the glass house is characterized by its simplicity and elegance. The steel structure supports the glass panels, creating a light and internal appearance. The absence of unicity, ornamentation, and purity of form are distinctive characteristics of the modern architectural language found in this house. Proportions. The proportions in the glass house are carefully considered to create harmonious visual balance. The large glass surface is balanced by the thin steel structures, creating a feeling of proportion and balance. Furthermore, the relationship between interior and exterior is managed in a way that allows for a fluid transition.
Room visually separated from the social space according to vision. The placement of the fixture obeys a price idea. A carpet finishes the room area and the ink becomes to the focal point of the house. The cylinders in the descriptive element in the space of the organized group.